This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the Raging Rona Review, Transformers Reboot Edition. That's right, I said Transformers Reboot because if you don't know by now, Transformers 4 isn't happening. Instead, Transformers Reboot is happening. What that really means is that, well, Michael Bay just made a whole trilogy and he's done Transformers movies for 6 years in a row. It's about time to move on because there are still other movies that he does want to make, and I really commend him for that because the Transformers 3 trilogy is going to be awesome. I mean, as a completed trilogy, and that's a part of his life that he can move on from. He mentioned that he's going to end Transformers 3 with a bang, and the only way to have Transformers continue on is if they rebooted it. That's actually really exciting to me because now we get to see another version of Transformers through the eyes of another director. Now, the big question is who's going to direct Transformers Reboot? I personally think that there are only 3 directors who can make Transformers awesome. And in no particular order, that would be James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, and Ridley Scott. The reason why I picked these 3 is because of the following. A, Steven Spielberg has made dinosaurs come to life. He has done all types of action sci-fi movies, and he can really tell a story on a very visual level. And every movie he makes has stories that are very memorable, like E.T., AI, Minority Report, War of the Worlds. These are movies with great stories and great characters. The next director is James Cameron, and the reason why is because he's the only director out there who can really make the sequel better than the original. For example, Aliens, Terminator 2. Not only that, he's one of the few directors who can really put together an action sci-fi movie and make it awesome. Terminator 2, Avatar, True Lies in sci-fi, but it was a perfect blend of action and comedy. Aliens. These are just really iconic movies. So James Cameron is another guy. Finally, the other director that I think who can do it is Ridley Scott. We're talking about the director of Gladiator, Black Hawk Down, Kingdom of Heaven, Alien. Once again, another one of my favorite directors. Now, I'm pretty positive that none of these directors will want to direct a Transformers reboot. So, I think the only director who can really make this happen is Robert Zemeckis. The reason why I picked that is he directed Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, Castaway. Great stories, great characters, but not only that, Robert Zemeckis is the pioneer of motion capture technology for animation. You know how James Cameron is trying to push the whole 3D medium? Well, Robert Zemeckis is the guy to go to for 3D motion capture. Now, what does this have to do with Transformers? Well, if it were to be directed by Robert Zemeckis, he's gonna make this whole movie a CG fest with live action motion capture. He was behind the production in Monster House and of course the Polar Express, Beowulf. So he's really pushing this technology, and I think he's the guy who's going to really perfect it if he hasn't already done it. Now, once again, what does this have to do with Transformers? Well, everybody has been debating that Transformers shouldn't involve a lot of humans. It should be more about the Transformers. The only way for the audience to really focus on the Transformers is by making it completely CG so that the humans are secondary, and that way the movie can even almost take place entirely on Cybertron. Imagine that if Transformers were to take place on Cybertron, it would not require any humans, therefore would not require actors, and therefore the movie's going to be filmed entirely in CG. And that is why you need a guy like Robert Zemeckis. Now, if you remember way back in 2004, Robert Zemeckis was originally chosen as the first choice as a director for Transformers. And then after that, I don't know what happened, but he was out. And then they brought in Michael Bay. Now, I'm glad they brought in Michael Bay because we got this version of Transformers, which is, I still believe, is very awesome. But anyways, that's my choice for a director. I want Robert Zemeckis to direct the Transformers reboot. Now, this is where you are involved as a fan. I like to call this video the Transformers Reboot, a social media project. The reason why is because when Transformers was being made, Michael Bay actually listens to the fans. We got Peter Cullen to be Optimus Prime. We wanted more robots, he gave us more robots in Revenge of the Fallen. Now, we want more character development and interaction between robots, we're getting that in Transformers 3. We wanted certain characters in Transformers 2 and 3, we're getting them. So, Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg really does listen to fans. This is where I think we as the fans should really bring it to Paramount and DreamWorks. I want you as a fan to post a video response to this video to mention who you want to direct the Transformers reboot. Now, anybody can do this. If you got a webcam, if you got a camcorder, if you have a camera phone, if you have like a DSLR, it doesn't matter. Just get 10 seconds of footage of you saying who you want to direct the Transformers reboot. It'll be like this. I want blank blank to direct the Transformers reboot. Or, I think the Transformers reboot should be directed by blank blank. That's all you have to do, and post a video response to my video. And like, I want to get like 100, 200, 300 different video responses, because we as the fans really should speak out on what we really want to see for the Transformers reboot. Maybe we can get the version of Transformers that we really wanted. Michael Bay's vision was great and all, but let's take it to the next level. So help me out here. Subscribe, favorite this video, spread it, tweet it, Facebook it, whatever you can. Put it on all the Transformers forums. Let's make it count. Now, the way I'm going to do this is that I'm going to view every single video and I'm going to take the most common response, okay? So if like 100 people out of 300 people chose Robert Zemeckis, then I'm going to take all the Robert Zemeckis videos and I'm going to compile it into one single short video that we can submit to Paramount, DreamWorks, executive producer Steven Spielberg. I'm going to personally do that. And then let's see what happens. Let's see if we get our wish. And I think this is really important to us as fans. If Michael Bay listened to us about Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime, you know, I don't think this is such a hard thing to do. And another thing is, I think that whoever they choose as the director, whether it be Robert Zemeckis or whoever, I think he's going to be feeling pretty moved by it. And it will really change how these movies are made now, because we really get to have a say in how they're made and who gets to make them. Because we're the investors. We are the guys who put our money into it for the enjoyment. And this is who we really want to see to direct our movie. So let's do this. Let's do this together. You know what you have to do? Post a video response explaining who you want to direct Transformers reboot. Thank you for your time. This is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching the Rage and Ruin Review. Peace.